What's up, guys? Today on Pancake Breakfast, we're going to be putting Wilwood brakes on the front of Rick Cheeseman's 86 C10 pickup. Stay tuned.
Alright, so what we got here is a little shop manufacturing kit. It's a 71 to 87 C10 upgrade kit. So it comes with drilled and slotted rotors, Wilwood calipers, the stainless brake lines, pads, and it comes with new bearings. So I'm assuming it's got the rear seals in here as well. But so you can do this. The kit's somewhere around $800, but it's an awesome upgrade. You know, you could get those in black, silver,
or raw,
or red.
But everything's customizable on their website. You know, for instance, if you want to just go with the caliper, you can go with the caliper. If you want to go with the rotors, you can go with the rotors. Everything's a la carte, which is super cool.
Just remember, you know, it comes in 1-inch rotors or 1.25-inch rotors. So you just make sure you order per what you already have, or you can upgrade all this. I actually upgraded mine from 1-inch, 2-inch and 1/4 for no reason at all, just because that's what I had when I bought some lower end stuff, and so I upgraded it, and it works the same as far as I can tell.
And also, those calipers are going to go in the factory spot. So it's an upgraded dual piston caliper, but it's a factory replacement caliper. So no bracketry is going to be added or anything like that. It's just a Wilwood upgrade on your factory brakes, more or less.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Cool. So we took these two caliper bolts off, and it's a 3/8 Allen head. Now we're getting the line broke loose. Alright, so we've taken the caliper off, we've taken the dust cap off, the brake line loose, and we're about to pull the rotor off.
So that brake line was a 3/8 to break it loose, correct?
No, it was 11 millimeter.
Okay, 11 millimeter, gotcha. That'll work.
11 millimeter. Make sure you save the spindle nut and the washer. We'll put a new cotter key in there, but this kit comes with new bearings, so you don't have to worry about these. And but you know, you don't want to dump them in the floor.
So while we're working on this side, we actually got fun going on over here in the other side of the shop too. If you check out Mike's channel, which is How's It Doing Garage, they are putting the 6.0 in his truck as we're working on Rick's truck too. So check out both. That's going to be a great video also.
All right, Wesley, you want to show the world what you're doing?
The fun part, packing bearings. It's kind of like grape jelly, you know? You get it on one spot and it's all over your face.
First thing we're going to do though is clean everything up real good before we start putting everything in. So just a little brake cleaner. I'll do the surface of the rotor and also where the bearings go, and just make sure everything's nice and clean before it goes together. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pack the back bearings, get those put in and get the seals put in. Luckily, Mike has this handy dandy bearing packer that we just learned how to use.
He's so fancy.
He's so fancy. So you just drop it in there, put top on, and then you push.
Your grease?
It is good. Then you'll just pop it back out, and
Check out what it looks like.
that's what you get. You see full penetration all the way through. I always take the front, just kind of wipe it down. And you also want to spin it every time. Just make sure your grease gets good and in there. You know, some of these old school guys don't do that stuff, but we do it.
We learned it from an old school guy. I can't lie. He didn't want us to roll it out. I don't know.
We just like giving Dad a hard time. He's the one that showed us how to use this thing, and he was telling us we didn't have to spin it, but we're gonna spin it anyway. That one is now packed as well. So once again, we'll just take a little bit of that excess grease. See, it made it all the way through, and just wipe it on the bearing to make sure it's got everything real good and lubricated. And these will go on the front once we actually put the rotor on the spindle. So these will kind of just hang to the side for now. But Wesley will be putting the seal in.
Look, I know there's a more scientific way to do this, but this way we're doing it. Phil didn't like our scientific way earlier.
All you gotta do is just tap it in.
Just tap, tap, tap it in, happy.
Perfect.
I dig it. All right, now we're gonna go put these bad boys on. We'll start with passenger side since we already got that all cleaned up. We need to grease. I guess I'll grease that thing up a little bit before we slide it on.
Sounds good.
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and put the rotor on. We went ahead and pre-greased. We always put a little bit of new grease on the spindle, just to make sure everything's lubricated well. And Wesley's gonna slide the new rotor on there. And remember, now we've already put the bearing and the seal in the back side.
I need
Now you'll put the front bearing in, and then your washer, factory washer that it comes with.
remember the bolt, the cotter key.
Okay.
So when we're trying to find it.
There we go.
Easy peasy.
Yep, we'll tighten her down. What?
Then I back it off. That seats the bearings.
Yep.
Here's my question. See how far this is out?
Yeah.
It wasn't that far out. I mean. Alright, so what we have figured out is I said earlier that you could get 1 inch or 1 1/4 rotors. Well, I was wrong. You got to know what you got. This truck had 1 inch rotors on it. We're trying to put 1 1/4 on it, and now we're running into an issue where the spindle nut or the spindle itself is not long enough, so we can't seat everything and put our cotter key in there. So now we're gonna have to change everything out. So we're gonna go look, see if we can find a set of spindles and see what we can do. We'll be back. Excuse me. Me. So we had a little snafu here. 1 inch rotor. 1 1/4 rotor. you see a little bit of a thickness here. The difference there, but it's also longer here. So the rotor would not fit on. The nut would go on, but it was way too short. So we went to Marketplace, of all places, and found some.
First we went to another shop and looked at 3 C10s.
They were
Which
all 1 inch.
we all thought everything was 1.25 inch stuff, and that 1 inch was rare. But little did we know, 1 inch is actually regular.
I think it was opposite. Yeah.
So, Aaron's shop, we went over there. Mike and Aaron went, didn't have it. So they got on the old internet. Bada bing, bada boom. Right down the road. Dude just swapped everything out for new CPP stuff, and here we go. We're putting old stuff on Rick's new stuff. But it's all washed up and clean. So here we go. That went on a lot better. Man, look at them babies shine. Mr. Cheatham's gonna be, well, he's gonna ride the streets of Atlanta. And let me tell you, people gonna recognize, you know what I'm saying?
Recognize.
There you go, Mr. Cheeseman. Man. Can't be riding around the dirty shops, you know what I mean?
Nope.
Makes it look like you don't know what you're doing. Alright, you ready to do this? I tell you what, you know, today went, you know, way up, went down, but now it's looking back up. But everything's back together. So we run into a couple of issues, nothing that we couldn't overcome. A little bit of Facebook Marketplace searching. So Rick's truck originally had 1-inch rotors on it. Now it's got 1.25-inch rotors on it. So we had to change the spindles out. Well, you can't see them now, but the spindle, it didn't come out far enough here for us to actually get a cotter key in there. So we couldn't do the cotter key. So we knew we had an issue then. Also, the diameter of the spindle itself was a little bit smaller on the 1-inch ones. So it's a little bit bigger. So I don't want to say he's got heavy duty everything on here, but it's bigger stuff. So, but it's a pretty good looking kit. I mean, it's gonna look nice behind his wheels, I think. Especially with that clean shock, you know what I mean?
Shoo.
But we got all the steel braided lines in here, whatever. Drilled and slotted rotors, Wilwood calipers. So I think it'll be nice. We gotta bleed the brakes now. We let them gravity bleed, so now they're ready to bleed. So we're gonna rock paper scissors and see who's gonna get in Rick's nice clean truck with all our dirty pants. Nah, I'm just kidding, Rick. We'll put something down. I might sit in it naked, so my naked butt might be on your seat, but you know, that's cool, whatever.
We're gonna keep that off the video. That's for the OnlyFans page.
But that's what we got to do to finish it out, and then it should be done.
Let's get it.
Alright guys, so we do not have a vacuum bleeder today at our disposal, so we're going to bleed these brakes the old-fashioned way, or old school way, however you want to say it. We're going to pump the brakes 3 times, stand on the brake. Wesley's going to break the bleeder valve loose, let the fluid and air come out. He's going to close the valve. We're going to pump 3 more times, hold. He's going to break the valve, let the fluid and air out. We're going to do that about 3 times to make sure that we've gotten all of the air out of the system. Remember, we have already gravity bled them, so we're just doing the final bleeding procedure and we should be good to go. So we're going to pump 3 times, crack it as we hold the brake down on the 3rd time, shut it back, repeat. Holding.
All right.
Holding.
All right.
Holding.
All right.
Good.
Now do it again.
Go ahead and do
One
it.
more.
Yeah.
There'll probably be a few more. We still got air in that done.
Holding.
More air. Do it again.
All right. Go ahead.
Holding.
Do it again.
One last time.
So we should have them completely bled now. It took about 5 or 6 times. First few times we still had air came out. Now the fluid seems to be coming out solid, so we should be good to go.
So Wesley's cleaning up everything from where we just bled everything. I'm going to be topping it off with some .3 and be good to go.
Bling bling.
put a set of Wilwood.
Wildwood.
I'm not. Hey, look, we're from the South, you know, this is how we talk. So, drilled and slotted rotors, 2 piston calipers, 1.25 inch thick rotors, pretty much a stock replacement. So you could buy it, like I said, it's about $800 and something. You buy it. It really should have took a couple hours to do. We run into some issues, but hey, somebody could do it at the house on the ground. Y'all saw we did it on the ground. It's not the funnest, but we can do it. So Little Shop Manufacturing, go check them out. They got great stuff, great people to work with, great people to talk with too if you have any issues. So check them out. But now we're gonna go drive and see how well it stops. Good looking truck, huh?
Yes, it is. I love the stance.